Okay, some lessons learned. The detailed standards, that 70 pages worth, they're actually a very good benefit. They're very good standards, they are prescriptive, and the benefit is that once you do actually take it on and you start to move forward, they don't leave significant room for interpretation. There's obviously areas where you need to seek advice, but they're very prescriptive, so it does tell you very specifically what you need to be doing and what the auditors will be looking for if you're subject to audit. PCI is common sense for best practice security. It's a good standard not just for securing your credit card data but also customer data, so it's got broader applicability there. It's certainly something that we use to store all of our client data, not just credit card information. Ignorance is not bliss. Attacks do occur every day. And just to digress slightly on this slide, this is a screenshot from our intrusion detection system of just a 15-minute window, and it shows in those 15 minutes, just a few days ago, there was, I think, 11 different attacks going on our server. So that's where people are just scanning for known vulnerabilities and looking to see if there are particular holes, and then if they are, then they move forward in taking advantage of those holes. So it's something, people aren't doing it specifically, but they have these automated software packages which scan across IP address all over the internet, and they're looking for just common open holes. If that software can then report back to them, found a great one here, it's wide open, then a more effective attack will start to occur. This intrusion detection software alerts us to anything that's unusual, alerts us to all the attacks, and we can drill down and see much more information and block those people out if need be. Now this credit card scanning application, this is what I wanted to show you as an example to guard or audit against the type of attack that I showed you earlier on. Now this application can be run on any of your servers, whether it's servers in your environment or even your local PCs, so staff member PCs that are handling credit cards. So what this does is it scans across and it's looking for credit card numbers in any area of the computer. So it could be in database files, it could be in log files that are buried very, very deep. As an example, that's key logging software. This would actually pick up if those credit card numbers are being stored. It's quite a common method of attack from an internal perspective, and there have been a couple of significant breaches that were reported last year where a significant online retailer did have a staff member who actually perpetrated this attack and cleaned out with a whole bunch of credit card numbers. So I'll just open this up and show you how that looks. Okay, so immediately it tells us that payment card numbers have been found. It gives a summary of what's happened, so it can tell us that there's been one Amex card found and a MasterCard found. And then down here it shows the full trail of all of those card numbers that have been found on here. So it shows me this is where I've buried it in this long directory structure here, hidden card log, there's an Amex number, and there's a MasterCard number there. So very quickly this can highlight if there are things on your network that shouldn't actually be stored there. Okay, PCI DSS is a baseline. It's 100% is required to be compliant, so 99% isn't good enough, and it should be viewed as a baseline. The types of, I guess, things where look for improvement if you can improve. So one of the things that says you should be scanning for wireless network devices on your network. That has to be done once every 3 months. If you're doing it every 3 months, why not do it once a month? There's no reason why you can't exceed the standard. There are also significant benefits in terms of sales. More and more consumers are becoming aware of the PCI standard, and to be able to say that you're compliant with that standard is a significant benefit. People are more trusting that you're holding their data in a secure environment. It also mitigates risk of brand damage and scheme fines. The scheme fines can be particularly large if you have a breach and were found to be non-compliant, obviously, as well as not being compliant straight up. Also, the auditors aren't so scary. They're actually there to help you, and if you engage with them, they're very, very good. And I say that from personal experience. It's something that they should be embraced, really, and they're there to help. Yeah.